everyone, we're going to evaluate the given integral by integration by parts. So for that, we're going to use this formula, and we have to choose u. So in order to choose u, the simplest way to do it is to use this mnemonic device where you're using, you choose in this order. So what we have first is algebra. We don't have logs or inverses, so we have algebraic, which is t squared. So we're going to choose u to be t squared, and everything else is going to be dv. So that's sine of beta t dt. Now, to take the derivative of u, that's going to be 2t, and therefore, and also the antiderivative of sine of beta t is negative 1 divided by beta cosine of beta t. Then you fill in the formula. We're going to have to do this twice. So the first integral, I'm going to write this as the first one. And that's going to give you, we want uv. So for uv, you're going to get t squared. Whoops, here we are. Sorry about that. I'm going to do, instead of uv, I'm going to do vu. So you're going to get negative, let's just put t squared. And I'm going to put this negative 1 over b in front. It just looks better. And then finish off the cosine of beta t. So I just put this in front. Okay, then minus the integral of, we want negative 1 divided by b cosine of b t, and then times our du, which is 2t. So the 2t, instead of putting it at the end here, I'm just going to put it here. So 2t. All right. Now, since we have two parts here, we have algebraic and a trig function again, I'm going to have to do integration by parts again. So what I'm going to look at, I'm not going to look at the negative 2 divided by beta. What I'm going to look at is just the t cosine of beta t. Because we could always pull this out front and put it in front if we wanted to. That's the constant. So let's just look at t cosine of beta t. So in that case, we're going to let u, we're going to use, let's use big U. So we'll let u equal t. And so d v is going to be everything else, which is it's just going to be cosine of beta t. Therefore, we're going to get derivative of u is going to be just derivative of t, and then the antiderivative of v. So that's going to be 1 divided by beta sine of beta t. All right, then we're going to have to do this again. So once you have that, we do that again. And that's going to give you, what we're trying to do is the integral of t cosine of beta t. So that's going to give you, using this formula, it's going to give you 1 divided by beta t sine of beta t minus the integral of 1 divided by beta sine of beta t. Now simplifying this, let's write it again. 1 divided by beta times t sine of beta t, and then taking the integral, the antiderivative of sine of beta t, that's going to be a negative cosine. So that's going to be two negatives make a positive cosine of beta t. But you have to put another beta here, so it's going to be 1 divided by beta squared. So now go back to our original integral, and we're going to copy that first part we had down, which was negative 1 divided by beta t squared cosine of beta t. Then we had that plus 2 divided by beta. Remember that we pulled that out in front. And then we're going to have 1. Then we just copy that down. 1 divided by beta t sine of beta t plus 1 divided by beta squared cosine of beta t. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.